All rise. Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1008, Bishop versus Sanchez.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Bishop,
Yes.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, my girlfriend, Linda, she hasn't been supporting the child like I feel like she should be doing.
What do you mean she hasn't been supporting the child? You
Well,
talking about emotional support? You talking about financial support? What type of support are you talking about?
Financial support, actually being there, visiting. It's very rare that she comes around.
Okay. And what
And
is
when-
it that you're asking me to do about that?
Well, I would like to have some kind of financial support from her end, and if we could set up some sort of visitation that she actually is in the child's life.
All right, folks, buckle up, because today we're diving into the explosive Bishop versus Sanchez case. Mr. Bishop is taking his ex, Linda Sanchez, to court for child support, claiming she's completely abandoned their 2-year-old son. But here's the twist. Linda admits she never wanted the child. And her reason? Absolutely shocking. She only wanted a girl, not a boy. As the judge opens the session, Mr. Bishop lays it all out. Linda has been absent both financially and emotionally, leaving him to shoulder all the responsibilities alone. But this case isn't just about money. It's about responsibility, accountability, and the fundamental duty of a parent. With stakes this high, you won't believe what happens. Next. Stay tuned.
How old is the child?
2 years old.
2 years old.
2 years old.
You don't visit with the baby?
No, I mean,
No?
I have a night job, and so I sleep during the day, so it's really hard to get up and see the child.
So because you have a night job, you cannot spend time with your baby? That's what you're saying today?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're okay with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you not want to be a mom?
No, Your Honor. I did not want the child. Philip convinced me to have him. I thought it would be okay, but it ended up being a boy, not a girl.
So let me get this straight. You do not want the child because it's a boy and not a girl?
Correct.
That is like the most ridiculous thing anybody has ever said in my courtroom. Because of the gender? So do you not think you need to be paying child support to him?
No, he makes more money than I do.
But he has the full responsibility of parenting the child. You're not doing anything. You don't even want the baby.
Yeah, if he wanted the baby, he should take care of it then.
You made that up. Okay, let's go ahead and move forward because, okay, how much money do you make?
$4,000 a month.
4,000. 4,000. What do you do for a living?
I'm an entertainer.
What does that mean?
I'm an exotic dancer.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Bishop takes the stand, his voice heavy with years of frustration and struggle. He lays it all out. Linda has barely contributed, neither financially nor emotionally, to their child's upbringing. Now, he's not just seeking child support, he wants a structured visitation schedule to ensure she takes responsibility. But Linda's response? Cold. Unapologetic. She bluntly admits she never wanted the child in the first place, shifting the blame onto Mr. Bishop for convincing her to keep the baby. And just when it seems like it can't get any worse, she doubles down, openly admitting she resents having a boy instead of a girl. The courtroom falls silent. Tension fills the air. Linda's shocking stance doesn't just add emotional weight to the case, it raises serious ethical concerns about her role as a mother.
So $4,000. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that exotic dancers cannot be in their children's lives? Oh no, you said you don't want to be in the child's life.
Yes.
You just want him to pay you child support and you want him to assume the full responsibility of taking care of the child too because he wanted the child.
Well, I didn't want child support from him. He can just have...
But you don't want him to pay. I mean, you don't want to pay him.
Correct.
No, that's not how this works. He is not going to be the one that takes care of the child 100% of the time and then you just get to go dance or whatever it is that you do. I'm not exactly sure what you do at your overnight job. That's just not how it works. So let me tell you what we're going to do. You're going to start paying him child support a month. Now, in terms of visitation, If she doesn't want to visit with the child, there's nothing I can do to make her do that. However, she will start paying some sort of child support today, okay?
Okay.
And you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you have a problem with that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, just making sure. So, at $4,000 a month, I have your net calculated at $3,266.81, which brings your child support amount to, you only have one child?
Correct.
Okay, $653.36, and you cover health insurance?
Yes.
How much is it?
$344 a month.
300, and that's for the child only, that doesn't include you, right?
Correct.
Okay. So that amount is going to be added to that. So $653.36 plus the $344 that he pays in health insurance will be $997.36 a month.
Okay.
Okay? All right? That should be enough for you to cover anything that you need to get for the child. And just so you know, this child is going to grow up, obviously. He's 2 years old now. He can come back later as, you know, his life changes, he starts going to school. He might want to put him in private school or, you know, anything like that. Any type of extracurricular activities. He comes back in here, you've made more money. You already know what's going to happen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What's going to happen?
I will have to pay more.
Oh, okay, long as you understand that. All right? Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Okay.
You gotta go.
Linda finally gets her chance to defend herself, but instead of owning up to her actions, she shifts the blame. She claims that her demanding night shifts as an exotic dancer make parenting impossible, and that she simply doesn't have the time to be involved. But then comes the real shocker. She admits she never wanted the baby because he's a boy and not a girl. The judge's expression says it all. Stunned, frustrated, and barely able to process what she's hearing, with a mix of disbelief and disappointment, she calls Linda's reasoning one of the most absurd excuses she's ever heard in her courtroom. At this point, any remaining sympathy for Linda vanishes. Her excuses, her cold attitude, and her outright rejection of her son reveal something much deeper. This case is no longer just about child support. It's about neglect, accountability, and the fundamental duty of a parent. As the case comes to a close, Judge Vunder delivers a final, powerful statement. Custodial parents like Mr. Bishop deserve financial support, regardless of whether the other parent wants to be involved. Linda's personal preferences, no matter how shocking, do not erase her legal and moral responsibility as a mother. This case serves as a clear message. No one can walk away from their parental duties just because the circumstances aren't what they wanted. In the end, justice is served, but the emotional weight of the case lingers. This wasn't just a fight over money. It was a battle for a child's right to care and stability. And today, the law made sure that responsibility could not be ignored.